On this week's episode, what you're not doing to protect your private online information.
There's also new episodes of What to Know about artistic opportunities.
And on a less serious note, prison fashion trends and beer that makes people sick.
These topics and more coming up on Take One.
Welcome to Take One. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chloe Ball.
And I'm Marcos Guadarrama.
With warmer temperatures right around the corner, Boise State Sustainability Club Community Garden will soon be back in business. The garden, located on a small property on Winita Street, will welcome new plants and seedlings, giving students the opportunity to cultivate organic produce and combat food insecurity on campus. During peak season, the garden will have a selection of foods for picking, such as tomatoes, squash, and zucchini. For students, cutting down grocery costs is one of many benefits to getting involved in community gardening, as well as promoting a healthier lifestyle by increasing access to fresh foods and improving physical activity through gardening maintenance. The Sustainability Club hosts bi-weekly meetings at the garden where they discuss the upkeep of the garden and additional sustainability efforts. If you want to integrate sustainability into your lifestyle or learn more about the club, visit Boise State Sustainability Club OrgSync page or check them out on Facebook and Instagram.
Being the victim of online fraud and identity theft is becoming more and more common. More college students have reported being victims of online identity theft in recent years. So what can you do to help prevent this from happening? Well, you have a few options. Try to create strong passwords between 15 and 20 characters long, using a mix of upper and lowercase letters and numbers or symbols. Longer passwords can be a hassle to remember, but can benefit you in the long run. Remember to hold off on oversharing personal info online and on social media, as that can provide a gateway for online fraud. Lastly, be sure to check your bank account daily and be on the lookout for any type of irregular activity. Bank fraud can happen to you when you least expect it, and while not all identity thefts can be stopped, some can be prevented.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes at the Arbiter.
Roseli Guerrero shows us where the Arbiter gets their artwork.
Do you enjoy looking at the Arbors illustrations and wondered who creates these amazing drawings? Well, today I sat down with the Arbors Illustrator and we discussed a little bit about his job. My name is Roseli Guerrero and this is What to Know about the Arbors Illustrator.
I'm Wyatt Wertenberger. I'm the illustrator here at the Arbiter. And I draw all the pictures. If there's a writer's idea who's a little more complex, something you can't just get a photo of. It's an abstract idea that needs still, something to represent it visually. I work with them to, piece it together and make a final picture out of it.
If you're passionate about drawing and would like to put your skills to the test, make sure to look for job openings as an illustrator here at the Arbiter by going to boisestate.edu/career opportunities. My name is Roseli Guerrero, and this was What to Know about the Arbors Illustrator.
We often hear the saying, do college degrees even matter anymore? Or it's not your degree that matters, it's your skills. While it may seem like college degrees alone don't matter anymore, they certainly do, especially if we give them meaning. Beyond the Major, a campus-wide initiative helps students translate their skills beyond the university and shows employers the value of a college education beyond coursework. Going beyond the major means to develop a thread that connects a student's individual experiences throughout their college education, whether that involves on-campus clubs, class projects, internships, or extracurricular activities. Each student will have different experiences throughout their college education and ultimately a unique story that will help them stand out to future employers, no matter what major they choose to study. When students are actively building their story throughout their time at Boise State, they can experience their education with a stronger sense of purpose and ownership once they head into the workforce. Beyond the Major offers a variety of workshops for students to attend, which will help them articulate their story and reflect on their experiences with help from faculty and staff across campus. For more information on upcoming workshops and opportunities, visit boisestate.edu/beyondthemajor.
Students want to have their voices heard. Now they have found a way for everyone else to listen.
Brian Seekert shows us how to be heard at Pulse Radio.
If you are a student and you have a good idea for a radio show or maybe something you just want to talk about weekly, Pulse Radio is a great way for you to get involved on campus. I'm Ryan Seekert, and this is What to Know about Pulse Radio. University Pulse Radio is the independent, student-run radio station for Boise State University. The station streams live 24/7 on universitypulseradio.com and on the Radio FX app, available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. To visit their website, browse their programming, listen live, and more. For new students to get a podcast or radio show started, submit an application to the universitypulseradio.com website. So, if you have an interesting taste in music, sports, politics, or whatever it may be, Pulse Radio is a great start for you. I'm Ryan Seekert, and this is What to Know about Pulse Radio at Boise State.
Well, looks like we should get off our phones and listen to Pulse Radio. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And if you only watch this show to laugh, well, here's Laramie Lavala and Ben Luca.
Thanks, guys. There are a myriad of fashion designs out there in the world, but one fashion statement seems to rise above the rest, which is kind of funny because that's the exact opposite of what this fashion trend does. What is this fashion trend, you might be asking? Sagging your pants. We've all done it. We all love it. Sagging your pants is a fashion design where you wear your pants significantly, or not so significantly, below your waist. This will most definitely cause your underwear to show, if you happen to be wearing any. This fashion style is most popular with younger people, but a lot of these fashion stars don't know where the style actually came from. Well, here's a quick history lesson. The style originated in America, or more specifically, American prisons. Those that would sag their pants in prison were showing the other inmates that they were single and ready to mingle. This later led them to bringing the fashion style out into the real world, giving birth to the sagging pants style.
Shifting topics, an economics professor who had never failed a single student ended up failing an entire class. The students kept saying his grading system was too easy and that no one could fail. So of course, he wanted to prove them wrong. The professor ran the class under a new grading system, making sure that all the grades were averaged out. This meant that all the students would have the same grade. When the first test was graded, the students all received a B, even though some did A+ work and the others did, well, not B work. On the next test, the grades were all Ds because students decided to stop trying. Wait, why wouldn't they all encourage each other to try harder? Anyways, needless to say, with that attitude come the final test, they all received an F. The students were surprised by their failure and ended up failing the entire class. Well, I guess that just goes to show that socialism doesn't work, at least not in the classroom.
Yeah, well, you're right. I haven't been a part of any successful socialist class, except for 10th grade social studies. I got an A in that one. So.
Well, that was a good socialist class. If you haven't been keeping up with our show, Boise Bites, all the episodes are now posted on YouTube and Instagram.
Here's a quick sneak peek at what you're missing.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
I'm Joe,
I'm Remy.
and we're here on 10th and Main at the beautiful old Idana Hotel.
We're gonna go check out Bombay Grill today and pick up some classic Indian eats.
And then we're gonna head to Julie Davis Park, take a nice sit, dig in.
Soak up some sun. Let's go.
Man, that looked delicious. I love Indian food. Love it.
Me too, but it's too spicy.
Yeah, you should probably wash it down. It helps to wash it down with like some Coronas or something.
Wait, don't you have a story about Coronas?
I do. The coronavirus has reportedly had a negative impact on the popularity of the Corona beer. If this is how name association works, why couldn't they have called it the Bud Light virus? Or the Miller Genuine Draft Light 64 virus? That would have put an end to this thing a while ago. Would have killed two birds with one stone, too, to have saved the world and the frats. But alas, it is still called the coronavirus. Okay, but like, people stop drinking Coronas, but they keep using Band-Aids? Just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you don't need to stop drinking Coronas. Just wash your hands. Please, for the love of God, just wash your hands. This isn't a difficult thing, people. It's 2020, okay? Just use some frickin' soap. And on that note, back to Marcos and Chloe.
Thanks for that insightful story, Ben, but that's all the time we have today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chloe Ball.
And I'm Marcos Guadarrama. See you next time on Take One.